Right. Colin, can you hear me now? Because if so, I've been talking for the last 4 minutes to myself. So I've just been talking to myself for the last 4 minutes. Lovely! Can tell I haven't been here a while. Right. Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, for the third time. First it was my controller, then it was my PlayStation. Awfully sorry. I've even gone through the entire Tier 1 grid, explaining all the positions to myself. No, it's not, Colin. It is Tier 1. But anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we are following Albie out for his first flying lap here at Silverstone. And he just crosses the line with hot lap engaged. What will he be able to do in this first sector? For the first time with Albie. Yeah, lads, you are going to have to just bear with me. Right. Thank you, PlayStation Virtual Race. Is that a bit better, lads? Ah, thank you, Pink Eye. As we go round Maggots and Beckett with Albie on medium. Let's have a quick look at what tyre everyone is on. We've got No Fandango, Rick Maastricht, Super Striker, Albie and Airways on the medium and everyone else on the soft. Yeah, Pink Eye, I have not done this for a while, so you might have to bear with it as it's a 1:28.2 for Albie on the mediums. As we now find the next car across the line, and it is JK Lamry on a lap. And it's a 1:28.1 on the soft, with Toby Waninomi on a 28.1 as well. As we go to the next car which across the line, which is Rick Maastricht with 1:28.6, with No Fandango just taking the line just behind him. And we now have everyone bar LOI, Con, Pink Eye and Dukester on a lap, whether it's an out lap or fly lap, and it has Super Striker on a very slow lap of a 1:46 flat. I wonder what went on in that first lap. Looks to be he's struggling on those medium tyres. As we now find the next cut across the line, which will be Bartman Do with a 1:28.1. We now have the Aston Martin of Airways on a 1:30.3, so something's gone wrong there for him. As Albie takes the fast flat again with 1:27.9. Trying to find the next car across the line. I think it is Kai. No, it's not Kai Kai Panda. It will be No Fandango who crosses the line, and it's a 1:28.6. And it looks to be a Red Bull. No, it's not a Red Bull. We have LOI Colin, which looks to be an RB behind him, which is RB I Am Marshall with a 1:27.8. goes just ahead of Albie in the Alpine as we stick on with LOI Colin for this lap. And I'll just let you take in, it's kind of quite Panda with a 1:27.2. Takes it by just under 0.4 of a second as we have an RB 1 and 2 here in early on in Q1. As we now have LOI Colin going through cops, hold 7th really nicely, make sure he doesn't cross track limits. To go on board now with Maggots and Beckett. And up through the hangar straight into Stowe. Which, funny enough, I had a good chance of seeing Stowe last year when I went to Silverstone with the rest of the admin team, apart from Dingle, Dangle and Chloe. As we now go around the last corner with Colin, that's 1:27.5, which puts him P2. As it is the RB of Iron Man. No, it wasn't an RB, I think it was an Alpine. He just crossed the line. Which would have been Albie, no? Not sure who that was who just crossed the line. It's Kansai Panda. The tyres in the pit lane. Stick on with LOI Connor. 1:03.7 in the middle sector. As we go run Stowe. With Con now. As we have some drivers going into the pit, and what? We just had a glitch on the track as Con loses the rear wheels a bit, and it's a 1:28.1, which puts him P9 behind Super Striker. As we go on now with Guy Rask. I'm not sure how to say his name. As we go around, I'm awful with corner names, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that as we go through the national pit straight towards Cops. Oh, and he loses it with the rear tyres. So he will have to abort that lap as we have a caution in sector 2, which will of course be for Guy Rapp. Just going to find out what car that is. That's going around. It is Albie in the Williams, who has done quite a number, 4 laps on those medium tyres, as Rick has done 3 on his mediums. So I wonder if that's something to go through, that tyre wear isn't necessarily that bad around here at Silverstone. So, quick run down the order as we just wait for Ashik and Nibs. It is Kung Fai Panda in first with 1:27.2. Albie close behind with a 1:27.3. LOI Colin with a 1:27.5. Maltese as Pink Guy goes in with a 1:27.2 to go up to P2. We have Maltese in P5 with a 1:27.6. Rick and Toby Waninomi in P6 and P7 with a 1:27.7. I Am Marshall and Airways Lockout 8 and 9 with a 1:27.8. Super Striker in P10 with a 1:28 flat. LOI Con in P11 with a 1:28.1, as well as JK and Lowry in P12. Not that close behind, 1100 behind Con with a 1:28.1, as Captain Nibs goes P5. Knocks Kane Lowry down to P13. He may want to go for another lap, as I believe the cut-off point will be roughly a 1:28.1 to a 1:28.2, possibly even a 1:28 flat, so Super Striker might not be safe where he is at the minute, as we have VDV Ali in P14 with a 1:28.2. No Fandango, who is currently on a lap as we go see his sector one time, and it's just a little under 3/10 down. No, 3/10 up. That'll put him on a 1:28.3, but still won't be enough to get him out of that P15 spot. Barkman do with a 1:29.1. He seems to be struggling a little bit with those tyres, as he is currently 2/10 up in Sector 2. So it might just be a Sector 3 problem that he's got as he locks up that front left tyre going through Club. And he crosses the line, and he is 44 hundredths up on his time, goes just behind No Fandango, where he was beforehand, but a little bit closer, just 100 separates them, as we got Ashik on a lap, but he has invalidated Dukester on a lap, and that's a 1:27.8 in the first sector. As this is his first lap, it will show purple on the track map, as we now go down the national pit straight with Dukester and into Cops, as we just watch on with Dukester on his first lap. I believe that is Ashik close behind, making sure he stays close for that toe when he starts his next lap, if he does not go into the pits. Everyone bar No Fandango, who is now in P8 with a 1:27.6. Airways in P12 with a 1:27.8. Barkman Do in P16 with a 1:28.6. Ashik and Dukester all in the pits, as Guy Rapka is on a outlap. I'm not sure how to say your name. If you are watching, if you could help me out, as Dukester with a 1:26.8 knocks out Kung Fai Panda out the park. Just a little under 4/10 split them for that P1 spot, as Ashik comes into the pits. Barkman Do following him in with just a little over 4 minutes left on the clock, as Airways is a little under 3.5 tenths down in Maggots and Beckett. We go on board to have a quick look at that delta time, which we cannot see no more. Wow, we used to be able to see the delta time on the steering wheel, but now we can't. That's quite strange. I don't like that. As we go into Vale now with Airways, will he be able to keep himself a little bit further away from that drop zone? He will, as he goes up to P16 and knocks Kane Lowry to that P15 spot. The people in the drop zone currently: VDV, Ali, Barkman Do, Guy Rapka and Ashik, who are all still in the pits, apart from Guy Rapka, who is currently just started that first lap to try and get himself out the drop zone, with a little over 3 minutes left on the clock, as he will try and see if he can get himself into that Q2 session. Now, bear with me, as I'm just going to quickly eat some of my food, and I will keep you on this lap. Super Striker at 27 flat, going to P2, as Airways is now into P6 with a 1:27.3. Now, as I said, give me 2 seconds, I will be back. chance. I am back with a little under 1.5 minutes left. Albie, LOI Colin, Captain Nibs, Niftees, No Fandango, Rick Maastricht, Toby When You Know Me, I Am Marshall, LOI Con, Kane Lowry, Ali, Barkman Do, Guy Raptor and Ashek all on laps to try and get themselves as far away as that drop zone as Rick Maastricht goes into P1 with a 1:26.827 as we now stay on with Ashek to see whether he will be able to keep this lap within track limits, and it's 1:27.7, 1:27.7, a 27.7 in the first sector as we now go down the national pit straight for his first lap on the board. Go through Stowe, keeps it in 7th, which I've seen quite a lot of guys do tonight, which is quite surprising because those who have driven Silverstone before know you might lose a little bit of RPM in 8th gear, but you might be able to keep it high enough so that you can stay in 8th, ready for the straight in between Maggots and Beckett's. As we now go round Stowe with Ashek, everyone on laps bar Dukester, Super Striker, Airways and I Am Marshall. Very close to that drop zone in P15 with J. Kane Lowry on a 1:28.1 as Ashek with a 1:27.4. We now go on with LOI Colin, LOI Con, who is in P15 and a little under 2.5. Oh no, he is exactly 1/10 up on his time as he goes down to P17. No Fandangle now going to cross the line. No, he is not. That is his teammate, LOI Colin, for the 1:27.3 to cross the line. As No Fandangle has got a very, very close Albie, which I think that possibly could be Albie. It is. And he is 6/10 up, which will put him on a 1:27.3. No Fandangle did Stanford have bought that lap. He did. He's going with Guy Raptor, who has aborted his lap as well. So within the drop zone we have No Fandangle, I Am Marshall, Barkman Do and Guy Raptor. A very, very surprising end to this Q1 session. Was there a little bit of an incident between No Fandango and Albie? Stan just seemed to have bought that lap out of nowhere. As we go on with Guy Raptor, who should just go straight to the pit. Not a lot in between Maltese and VDV Ali. Just 300 separate them both. That is a whole 500 separate VDV Ali and No Fandango in P16. A very, very close end to this Q1 session. And we just wait for Guy Raptor to enter his pit box. But as I said, we will be losing CDR, No Fandango, I Am Marshall, Barkman Do and Guy Raptor. Those are the 4 levers. Funny enough, Albie, the only person to go through on that medium tyre, everyone else on the soft. But it is Rick Maastricht who takes P1 in this Q1 session with just 9 thousandths separated himself. And I'm not sure who that was in P2. And it is Kung Fai Panda who takes first attempt on this Silverstone track for this evening. Super Striker and Albie, both on mediums. And both on outlaps, so that is not a glitch. Are those different mediums for Albie? I believe they are. So that's going to be quite interesting. Albie keeping his soft tyres for Q3, if he can make them work in this Q2 session, that is. As I'm just going to message Dan to find out what happened during that Q1 session. As we quickly go to Kung Fai Panda again, who's currently going through Stowe. Now, Vale and Club to start this first lap of Q2. And we are away. What will he do in the first sector? As I await a reply from Dingle Dangle. A little bit of wheel spin there for Panda. And he hits DRS towards, I believe that's Brookline. Village. As we now go through the National Pit Straight and head towards Cops, which it does take in 7th. See, a lot of people are taking it in 7th or 8th. As we now go through Maggots and Beckett's, the rear tyre taking a battering as he goes through with 103.384 for the second sector. Into Stowe, past the pit lane, into Vale. A lot of work for that front right tyre. Into Club. And it's a 127.1 to kick us off as we now have the Ferrari of Ash. No, that is the Ferrari of Captain Nibs about to cross line. And it's a 127.6 followed by Albie with a 127.6 also. Apart from Kane Lowry and Kung Fai Panda, everyone in with 127.6s. As well as Rick Maastricht with a 127.2. Airways with a 127.1 as well as Kung Fai Panda. Maltese just coming around the Stowe as he is following the Red Bull of Toby. Pardon me. Toby, One You Know Me, who is about to finish his lap as well. Will Maltese be able to get that toe? Yes, he will. Toby with a 127.5 and Maltese with a 1:27.2. VDV Ali with a 1:27.8. Ashik with a 1:27.2. As we now follow LY Colin for his first lap of Q2, as we do have a yellow flag in Sector 2, which I believe will be the Mercedes of Super Striker. As I have confirmation of no Fandango, but it wasn't Albi who messed his lap up. Dingo Dango messed his lap up himself. We have Dukester coming through Stowe. He's going quite slowly around Stowe, warming up them tyres for his first lap of... just dropped my phone. As he is away for his first lap of Q2. As we go through the Hamilton straight into Abbey. Into Farm. Now into Village. A little lock of the front right. Now into the loop. As Rick Maastricht goes in with a 1:27.9. A 1:26.9. As we now go to the Wellington straight into Brooklands, where he is catching up with the Mercedes of both Super Striker and LY Con. Now on to the National Pit Straight as we follow, I think it's Con into Cops. Now he is catching Con at an astounding rate as we go into Maggots and Beckett, as I finally took it upon myself to look at the track map for Silverstone. As we now follow the Mercedes of Super Striker up the Hanger Straight and into Stowe. Dukester might get a bit of a tow as we now go into Vale. Oh, as he locks? No? Did he lock? I don't think so. But it's a 1:26.5 for his first lap. A little over 4 tenths split himself and Rick Maastricht. As we now follow LOI Con for his first lap also. As we go in to Abbey for the first time with Con, as the rear tyre giving him a little struggle. Pink Eye going through with a 1:26, 1:27.6 out of Luffield. I seem to keep catching cars within the same sort of area in between the National Pit Straight, that Luffield Woodcote, all between the Hanger Straight, Stowe, Vale, that sort of area. Talking of the Hanger Straight, here we are with Pink Eye as we now go through Stowe. And into Vale for the first time with Pink Eye. What will that lap time be? Will it be enough to go top in Q2? No, it won't. But he is 1/10 away from Dukester in P1. So, from where we are at the moment, we will be losing Toby Waninomi, Captain Ned, VDV, Ali, LOI Colin, and LOI Con in this Q2 session as LOI Colin goes P7. So we will not be losing LOI Colin, we will be losing JK Lowry, Toby Waninomi, Captain Ned, VDV, Ali, and LOI Con as Captain Nibs, who is in the drop zone, is on a lap. Funny enough, going around Stowe. As we find out what Captain Nib does, it's a 1:27.1. Those who are on that 1:27.1 to the high 1:27 flats might be in a lit of trouble going late on in this Q2 session. We follow LOI Colin again into Maggot and Beckett, and I believe he is on another lap on them soft tyres. We'll find out if he just crosses the line in sector 2. No, he is not. Is Airways on a lap? No, he is not. Does he think he is safe? We'll quickly run through the top 10 at the current moment. It is Dukester, Pink Eye, Super Striker, Rick Maastricht, Airways, Albie, LOI Colin, Captain Nibs, King, Fry Panda, and Maltese as Toby Waninomi and Ashik come out on their outlaps for I believe which will be their final laps here in Q2. King Fry Panda now on a lap, seeing if he can keep himself out of that drop zone to get himself into Q3 as we go around Stowe, keeps it in pinned at 7th gear, keeping them revs a little bit too high for my liking as we go through Maggots and Beckett. Those rear tyres really taking a battering, and they are fresh tyres as well. I'm not sure why the rear end has got so much give on Panda's car. As he goes into the pit lane, is he going to have enough time to get in and back out again? I don't think he is. Ashik, 1400 below his current time. Going to Maggots and Beckett's now. We will quickly see what his sector 2. He is a little under 2.5 tenths above his time now. So that will put him at a low 1:27 flat at this current rate. Let's see now as he goes into Vale. Doesn't lock up, which is good. Keeps that grip within the front tyres as he crosses the line now, and it is a 1:26.999, which puts him into P5 and puts Maltese into that P11 spot as we go on with VDV Ali, who is currently going to Luffield. And he is 1/10 above that time, which will put him on 1:27.7. There seems to be a little bit of a problem for VDV Ali, as he is roughly a little under 5/10 behind JK Lowry. So we may have had a little bit of a problem on his previous lap. We go to Marcus Beckett now with Ali. We'll quickly see what his sector 2 time is. He is 3/10 above that time, which will put him on a 1:27.5, so he is getting quicker. So whether it is just an issue that he's had on track, or whether it is a setup issue, I'm unsure. If we go through Vale, and now Club, is it a setup issue? No, it is not. He puts himself P9, and I don't think he is entirely safe. As we go on with LOI Con, a 103.453 in the middle sector. Find out where he is going to be put for this Q2 session. Is he going to make it through? We'll find out in just a moment. We go through Vale and Club with LOI Con. A little bit of a moment, and it's P9 with a 1:27.1. So it is now on Toby One You Know Me, who is stopped on track, so he's not going to make it for Q3. What about JK Lowry? He is going at a snail's pace in the gravel, so he's not going to be able to make it either. So we will be losing Captain Nibs, Kung Fai Panda, Mortiz, Toby One You Know Me and JK Lowry, as Dukester takes P1 again with a 1:26.4. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, going into Q3. Who will be able to take that pole position spot for Silverstone here in Tier 1 at CDR? We will find out in just a moment. But as I said, we will be losing Captain Nibs, Kung Pai Panda, Mortiz, Toby One You Know Me, and JK Lowry. Dukester at the top with a 2.5 tenth gap over Pink Eye for that P1 spot. Now here it is, the moment that means most in qualifying. Who will be able to get that P1 position for the race here at Silverstone? I'm awfully sorry about these hiccups, by the way. Who is going to be the first one out on track? It is, I believe, Rick Mastlick. It is Rick who takes the lunge for the first time here at Silverstone Q3 as he settles for his outlap. Airways close behind, and Dukester behind Airways. We'll go on board with Rick to follow him around for his outlap. LOI Colin, Albie, Pink Eye, LOI Con and Ali staying in the pits. See what the others here in Tier 1 can put out first. We now follow Rick up to Stowe. A very large gap between himself and now Dukester, who has overtaken Airways as Rick sets himself up for that first lap in Q3. Bear with me whilst 1 second whilst I quickly run to the toilet. A little lock-up for Dukester there. But it is Rick Mastrick 126.5 as Dukester. A 126.2. Has anyone else got that sort of time within their basket? And LOI Con now started his lap, followed by Super Striker, who is about to finish his first flying lap. That's a 126.9. As well as Airways with 126.9. And we will go on with LOI Colin as it's a 127.6 in that second sector and a 103.3 in the second sector for Colin in the second sector, yeah. We're now following through Vale and the Club and onto the pit straight. Will he be able to match Dukester? No, he will not. 126.8. And everyone on used tyres by the likes. No. I think Ash's caught track limit for his first lap. I think it goes into cut. And Michael Beckett. And LOI Con at 127 flat. The slowest time we've seen in this Q3 session. Puts himself P6. And we do have Pink Eye with 103 flat in the second sector as we now go through Club and he crosses one. It's a 127.2. Puts himself P7 and it's a 127.2 for Ashik as well. 300 separate Ashik and Pink Eye as we follow Albie. And it's a 103 flat in the second sector for Albie. So he'll roughly be on the same time as LOI Colin, I think. follow Albi now. And that's a 126.5. Puts himself P3. VDV Ali taking his time to come out the pits and gain that track advantage as LOI Colin comes into the pits. I've been talking to myself again for the last 2-3 minutes. You can tell I have not done comms with the PS5 before, and I'm not used to muting and unmuting my controller. I'm awfully sorry for the bunch of silence there, guys. As we follow Super Striker into Stowe for his second lap of Q3. 20 seconds left on the clock. Everyone, whether on their out laps or on their flying laps. As Super Striker 3.2 seconds down. VDV Ali is the one to watch as we wait for him to do his first lap of Q3. We now follow Ashik, who is 1/10 over his best time. That'll put him on a 1:27.1. That's not going to be enough to challenge Dukester at the top. What is Rick Maastricht doing as he goes through cups? So we will not find out for a little while yet. I'll be going through cups as well. LOI Colin has invalidated his last lap, so he will stay on a 1:26.8. Super Striker in the first sector, a little over half a tenth above his best time. That'll put him on a 1:26.9 and stays where he is. LOI Con going through Maggots and Beckett's. We'll quickly find out. He is 6 thousandths above his previous best time, so that'll put him on a 1:27.054. CPI Pink Eye goes up to P2, but I don't think anyone will have what it takes to beat Dukes, as he is just over half a tenth as he spins at Vale. But no, everyone has finished their laps now, so it is just Dukester we wait for with a 1:26.2, who takes pole position here at Silverstone. So, here is our final classification of Q3. We have Dukester, Pink Eye, Rick, Albie, Super Striker, LOI Con, Airways, Ashik and Ali, who unfortunately didn't set a lap. 66 hundredths separated Pink Eye and Dukester. As we now wait for the outlap, the formation lap, and find out what strategies everyone is on here at Silverstone, as we have got dark grey skies. So, whether it will rain or not, I'm not too certain. So here we are, 19 cars on the track. We have Pink Eye, Captain Nibs, Toby Waninomi, Kane Lowry, Marshall, Bakmandu and Guy Rapka, all on the soft. Dukester, Rick, Albie, Super Striker, Colin, Con, Airways, Ali, Panda, Mortiz and no Fandango on the medium, and we have one Lone Ranger on the hard tyre of Ashik in the Ferrari. Everyone doing well to warm up their tyres before lights out here at Silverstone. For Tier 1 here at CDR, as we now follow Super Striker to the grid. Whether it'll be a clean getaway for everyone, we will find out in just 2 seconds as we wait for everyone to get to their grid boxes. And I'm going to keep on with Super Striker just as long as we can see all of the cars. So I'm quickly just going to find a nice little point of the grid that I'm able to see all of the cars, which I don't think I will be able to do, but I will go sort of mid-pack for everyone to be able to see, as we now wait for everyone to be reset. And we have 5 lights, and we are away here at Silverstone. Maltese and Panda having a little bit of a struggle, as there is contact between Barkman-Du, Marshall and Kane Lowry. Toby One You Know Me to the back of the grid. Guy Rapka getting a couple of places. I am Marshall. That's Kane Lowry having a bit of a spin. But Pink Eye to the outside of Loffield. And he's still trying it. Will he try the cutback, or is he going to stay on the outside of Dukester as we go down the National Pit Straight towards Cops? Now, we know what happened with Hamilton and Verstappen. Will they be able to keep it? That's very close, as Pink Eye takes P1 at the start of Maggots and Beckett, as we now go down the Hangar Straight, and we will go down through the order as Rick Mastrick on LOI Con. Is Con gonna try and come back at him, as there is contact between Con and Rick? And is that Colin gonna have a move? That is Mortiz with a late dive on Ali. Is he gonna be able to keep it? Very, very close between Mortiz and Ali, as we will quickly run down the order for the end of lap 1. It is Pink Eye, Dukester, Albie, Super Striker, Rick Mastrick, Con, Colin, Airways, Mortiz, Ali, Ashik, Nibs, No Fandango, Panda, Marshall, Guy Rapka, Barkman-Du, Toby Runinomi and J. Kane Lowry taking that P19 spot. As we follow Panda, who is behind No Fandangos. Was that a bit of a lock-up for Dan there? Going into Luffield. Is Dan on no ABS now? As we go to the closest battle on track, which is Super Striker on Albie, as we go through the Hangar Straight. And DRS is available for Super Striker. And we've got Albie deploying his DRS to try and keep ahead of Super Striker as we go into Vale. Is there going to be team orders for Ferrari, as that's Nibs and Ashik both locking up at Vale, as Barkman-Du 1.7 seconds behind Guy Rapka, 3.6 separates Toby and Bark, and 2.2 seconds split Kane Lowry and Toby Wanunobi. As Kane Lowry Kane Lowry was always at the back. LOI Con 2/10 behind his Irish counterpart, LOI Con, who is being closely tailed by Airways as we get this beautiful helicopter shot down the national pit straight and into Cops. Everyone keeping it fairly straightforward within the last 2 laps. As we go on with VDV Ali Ali, who is looking to make a move on Mortiz at the Hangar Straight. Will he be able to make that move into Stowe? He's getting very close, pulls onto the inside and fairly easily takes that position. No Fandango has got to be careful of I Am Marshall. Vale, as Dan gets very close to the back of Panda as Super Striker getting very close to Albie's gearbox as we go down the next DRS straight into Brooklyn, Luffield, one of them, as Albie locks up that front left. Is Super Striker going to be able to make a move? No, he is not. As Albie making sure he makes that car as wide as possible for Super Striker in order for him not to be able to pass. Dukester being a little bit conservative on his ERS and keeping within that sort of 9/10 to 1 second range of Pink Eye, but he's got to be careful that Super Striker and Albie do not catch up, as Dukester now with a gap of 8/10 to Pink Eye in first. Captain Nibs in that P11 spot, 3/10 behind Mortiz. We do have a little bit of a lockup, but I'm not sure whether these are actual lockups or just sort of a visual glitch where the game is telling me that someone's locked up. So we will have a quick look at the position changes, who's lost and gained the most. Toby Wanunobi and J. Kane Lowry, both with 4 positions lost, and Mortiz from P13 to P10, 3 positions gained for him. No one has made an early pit stop, and we'll quickly see who's got the fastest lap. It is Rick Maastricht with a 1:29.3, with a fair few people hovering about, as we do have Guy Rapka and Barkman do having a bit of a scrap as we now go through Cops. Is Barkman 2 going to have a go towards Maggots? Yes, he is. Pulls towards that inside and he makes the move, as that is LOI Con going down. Has he had a bit of a spin? His front wing's intact, so I think he's just spun. From about P6 all the way down to P15. Is VDV Ali Ali gonna have a go? Into Abby? No. But is Nibs gonna have a go on Ali Ali? Around the outside goes Nibs. But that puts himself in a difficult position for his teammate Ashik, as we do now have a DRS train behind Mortiz, stretching from P8 all the way down to P15. So we have got a very, very close grid. That is Ashik looking for a move on his teammate, Captain Nibs. And Ali looking for a gap to overtake Maltese to be able to close down Airways. Go on board now for Maggots and Beckett with Ali as Ashik takes the first 3-second time penalty for track limit. And is that Ashik falling down the grid? Or did he just not get... No, he's got DRS. As Maltese and Nibs having a good scrap. As Ali makes sure he takes that P8 position. And there is contact between between Maltese and Nibs. As Ian Marshall gets overtaken by J. Kane Lowry, who is at the head of another DRS train in P15. As there is just swarms of cars now overtaking. Oh, that's contact between Guy Rapka and Kane Lowry, I believe. Was Ian Marshall involved in that? There's no damage to his front wing, so I'm not sure if he was involved. We will see it later on in the incidents page. As we now follow on with Panda, who is now behind Maltese, with No Fandango in the Sauber just behind. These soft tyres should be dropping off a little bit. Now, we're on lap 7 of 26. I'm not sure what lap the pit window opens for those soft tyres here at Silverstone. As Panda 3/10 back from Maltese. Super Striker getting a bit close to Albie's gearbox there. Is he going to make a move into Albie? No, he is not. He's going to stick with that 4.5 tenths gap that he has got. But is there anyone making a move? No, there's not. No one is finding any space to make a move. We'll go on board with No Fandango down the Wellington Straight. Straight, it's one of them. And that is Panda trying it down the inside of Maltese. Will he make it stick? As we're on board with No Fandango. Maltese having a little bit of struggle with those rear tyres. But he's on the medium tyre. They should not be dying off yet, I don't think. But we'll stick on with No Fandango through Maggots and Beckett as we go through the Hangar Straight. Right, I've got it. And let's just see if there is a move being pulled by Nibs on Ali. It is getting very, very close between these two. Into Vale as Nibs breaks just that little bit later. But Ali's not going to give it up. And through goes Ali into Club. As we go towards the front, the Pink Eye has been overtaken by Dukester. But Pink Eye's not having any of it as he goes down the inside of Dukester into Luffield. But Albie very, very close behind. So we've got a DRS train from 1st to 6th. And then a DRS train from 8th to 13th. And another DRS train from 13th to 18th. Which is quite fun. As Bartman tries down the inside of Luffield on Toby Wanyanomi and gets that move done. As Ali has had a bit of a moment. As LOI Khan with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. not track limits. Panda 5.2 seconds behind Airways, as Ortiz now has that DRS advantage. Into Stowe, is he going to make use of it? I don't think he is. As we are on lap 10 of 26, 16 laps remaining. We may see a couple people come in for their first stops, as no one has made a stop as of yet. And who's that into the barrier? Was that Ali into the barrier? No, it was LOI Con. Out of club into the barrier of the exit of the Hamilton Straight. As he is being chased now by Barkman Do. Does he have the DRS? No, he does not. As we do have Guy Rabka coming into the pits for the first time, and that is a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane for Guy Rabka. And what tyres will he change from on those soft tyres? It is the hard tyres for Guy Rabka, and we might see a series of pit stops now, all up and down the grid for that track position that is desperately needed here at Silverstone. And it's a 3-second penalty for Rick Maastricht, as that is no Fandango getting his nose in on Mortiz. Is Mortiz going to have a late lunge? No, he is not. As Toby-One You Know Me overtakes. No, LOI. Yeah. Toby-One You Know Me enters the pit lane behind LOI Con. Is Kane Lowry going to pit? No, he is not. Kane Lowry, the resident tyre saver. He will save tyres from here at Silverstone and take them to later on in the season. You know what? I think round 2, Great Britain, I think these tyres will last all the way up until about round 7, round 8 of season 11. So Bahrain, Netherlands, around that general area, because he is that good at saving tyres. I don't know how he does it, as we now have the first round of pit stops. And it is just LOI Con, Toby-One You Know Me, and Guy Rabka in for their first stops. As we now have multiple penalties coming in. We've got Rick Maastricht, and LOI Con on 3 seconds, Ashik on 6, and Guy Rabka with a 10-second time penalty. As we wait to see if anyone comes into the pit lane. And Guy Rabka has now retired in the pits. So it is just LOI Con and Toby-One You Know Me who has made their first stop, as Pink Eye follows Dukester down towards Brooklands and Luffield, with a DRS train still formed behind Dukester, spanning from P1 to P6. And there's a little DRS train behind Panda in P8, stretching to P12 with Ashik. We now have Barkman Do into the pits for his first pit stop. Gone from the soft to those medium tyres, as we just wait for those who haven't stopped. To stop, and that's where the real fight will begin for the remainder 14 laps here at Silverstone. I'm not sure how long... Right. I'm not sure what's going on with my controller, because I do not remember pressing the mute microphone button. But this is late drama, lap 20. Oh, out of 26 here at Silverstone. And that is Pink Eye out the race after contact with Albie. So, we will find out. Everyone behind No Fandango has now pitted. For, apart from Ashik and Toby One Who Know Me, a set of softs. No Fandango, Ashik, Toby One Who Know Me, all on medium. Mortiz, I Am Marshall, Barkmandu and VDV Ali on the soft. And J.K. Lowry on 5-lap old mediums. As we are going to have I believe, a 5-lapper to decide who is going to take the win. As we have Dukester, Albie, LOI Colin and Rick Maastricht, Airways and Panda all into the pits for, I hope, a set of softs. Yes. As well as Super Striker has opted to stay out. And I think that's Airways who's just come into the pits. And is No Fandango going to be able to overtake Panda for that P7 position? This looks like points for Sauber. As we now wait for everyone to catch up with Super Striker and the safety car. I've just realised everyone is at least getting 1 point. As we have 4 cars DNF'd. Here at CDR, we don't do points from 10th to 1st. We do points from 15th to 1st. Just to give you that little bit of information. But we are going to have a little bit of a scrap. As I believe that is Ashik getting rid of his 10-second penalties. And switches to the medium tyre. So for those who haven't pitted, it is Super Striker, J.K. Lowry, and that's it. It is just Super Striker and Kane Lowry who has not pitted. Will they be able to make a gain? On those who have pitted? I don't think they will. And that is Rick Maastricht with a 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. As I believe that is Airways back into the pits. And was that a 10-second penalty for Airways? It was. So as long as LOI Collins stays within 3 seconds of Albie, he'll be able to get P3. Or whether there will be team orders for the 2 Irishmen of LOI Collin and No Fandango, who is currently their top driver in Tier 1. Let's find out. I quickly find the driver standings. It is LOI Colin who is ahead at the moment with 16 points as we quickly wait for the safety car to go around. So here are the Tier 1 standings at the moment. I did say these earlier on towards the start of the stream, but of course my mic was muted, so yeah, we'll just crack on. In P1 it is Pink Eye, P2 Super Striker LOI Colin in P3, Rex Maastricht in P4, P5 it is Dukes, P6 JJ Trim, in P7 LFR, in P8 Toby When You Know Me, in P9 and Onis, in P10 we have Ashek, in 11th we have Bruges, in P12 we have Albi, in P13 there is LOI Con, in P14 there is CDR Luke, in P15 VDV Ali, 16 JK Lowry, 17 Kung Pai Panda, 18 No Fandangle, in 19 Adam Lindberg, and P20 it is Barkman Do, and that leads us perfectly for this safety car restart from Super Striker as he goes into Vale. Now he has the choice of when to go. When will he go? He is gone, and it is a 4-lap sprint to decide who is going to win the British Grand Prix as Super Striker on hot lap. He's not going to mess around. That is a lock-up on the front left for Dukester, with everyone seeming to have a fairly clean restart, as that is Panda going to try it on No Fandango. Is he going to make a move though? No, he is not. He's looking to make that move around the outside, but Dan making that car as wide as he can. Oh no. Oh no. Thank you, Panda. Thank you. As Dukester 2/10 behind Super Striker. You know, I think Super Striker's made the right move here, as Albi looking to make the move on Dukester, but just tucks behind him instead. I think that goes around Stowe as Ali makes the move on Barkman Do, and that is Albi trying it around the outside of Dukester into Vale. And everyone having a fairly clean restart as DRS is enabled for that final 3 laps. We will go on board with Panda because he seems to have the greatest view for basically the front 5. Is Panda looking to make the move on Dan down the inside as he takes a little bit too much curb than he anticipated. And that is Mortiz gaining the advantage of the DRS. And he is being pushed by Marshall, who just tucks himself behind Mortiz. Nope, that is Panda. As Dukester 3/10 behind Super Striker, who is now off that hot lap mode, who is the person who has kept most of the ERS for these final few laps. It is Dukester as well as LOI Colin. Everyone else on fairly low ERS apart from JK Lowry and Aways, as Albi pulls out trying to make the move on Super Striker but can't quite find the space to do so, as we now have a new fastest lap of a 1:28.401. The gap now between Super Striker and Dukester, 0.5 currently. Albi will be finishing in P9 with that 3-second penalty, and Mortiz will be finishing in around about that P10 spot with the penalties that they have got. So LOI Colin trying to do his absolute hardest to get within that 3-second race angle. who is currently 1.2 seconds off from Albie, as Dukester finding the time to gain that pace. 8/10 now between himself and Super Striker in P2. And is that Albie looking to make a move? No, it is not. As we now go on board with Albie, who decides not to make that late lunge into Vale. Albie 2/10 behind Dukester. Well, behind Super Striker, as we now go on to the last lap. Everyone you know me with a 3-second penalty. I'll be getting a little bit of wheel spin. Going on to the Wellington Straight, as Dukester surely has got the win in the bag now. 8/10 split himself and Dukester. Will he be able to make it stick? Will those tyres last? And will he be able to take the win, as the gap is now 9/10? What is Albie and Super Striker at the moment? 3/10 is the gap. Albie trying his absolute hardest to stay as close as possible to Super Striker, but I don't think it is gonna be quite enough. As that is Dukester who now takes the win. It is Dukester, Super Striker, LOI Colin, No Fandangle, Panda, I Am Marshall, Albie, Ali, and that's all I could see for that, as I will get the top 3 people within a party with myself. I'm quickly gonna try and get these people in with the party with me. And I quickly need to get these race results within the time limit, and I have. As I'm quickly just gonna get a party between. Good evening, Colin. Not too bad. How were you after that exciting race? I'm just gonna get Dukester and Super Striker in with us. Good evening, Dukester. Chloe?
Can you hear us?
Dukester?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
I can hear you, yeah.
My bad.
Dukester, did you just call me Chloe?
No, I didn't.
No?
What's up, man? So I'm a bit excited, my bad.
That was a very, very exciting late end to that race.
My days. From lap 1 to lap 26, it was just chaos. Not chaos, but just sweaty, man. But yeah, glad to end on the top step.
Dukester, when did you make the move on Super Striker after the safety car?
Did you say when?
Yeah,
It's hang a straight.
it was the hanger straight,
Yeah,
was
hang
it?
straight. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
24, I think, lap 24, hang a straight.
Lap 24?
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have sworn when the safety car came out, Super Strike was ahead of Dukester.
He
was?
was, yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
He stayed out.
yeah, he didn't stop.
Yeah. So, lads, how was the race from your perspective?
Interesting.
How so, Colin?
I was in the middle of no man's land with Airways at the start of the race, and the safety car brought me back into it. I think Rick might have hit the pit lane, the pit wall actually.
He
Broke his
did.
wing coming out of the pits,
Yeah.
and then basically I was just ahead of him, driving along. All of a sudden I saw a pink guy in the wall. Don't know what happened there, and then safety car came out.
Pink Eye and Albie had a bit of a coming together.
Okay, I didn't actually see that, so I don't know. And then yeah, safety car came out and helped me.
Oh.
I mean, what the hell? What the hell am I doing here? I'm probably 6th or 7th fastest car on the flipping grid, like.
What position did you finish, Colin?
3rd.
Okay.
I'm absolutely delighted with that, mate. Just, you know, I had
Colin.
no chance of winning the race tonight.
Talking of good results, what do you think of your teammate Dingle Dangle going from P18 to P4?
He did very well, didn't he? Obviously he got helped by the safety car, but I think anyone that hit the top 5 was probably helped by the safety car, really. So, yeah, he drove very well. Just kept it clean, and I was delighted to see him behind me. Actually, to be honest with you, because I knew nothing really stupid would happen, you know. So, I guess you can just stand over racing wheel to wheel. So, to be fair.
As I now have the friend request from Dukester. Not Dukester, Super Striker. That one.
Oh.
So we will quickly get him in. I'm so new with PS5 and everything. There's that one, and then parties. He's just added me, so I was just trying to find. There we go. Right, just to make sure you all have your party sharing audio settings on, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me double check.
Just for those who are on the stream can hear. Super Striker, can you hear us all?
I can.
Yeah. Brilliant. Super Striker, Dukester, what a very good battle you two had towards that end of the race. Well, not even through the race. Well, through the end of the race. All race it was front wing to gearbox, basically.
Yeah, I think there was 5 of us for 16 laps until Duke
Yeah,
hit I think.
it was
No,
absolute mayhem.
pink eye.
And I absolutely love mayhem. So what were
No, but-
all of your highlights from today's race?
Seeing the safety car. That's what brought me back into play.
Super Striker, how about you?
Maybe pink eye and Albie colliding.
Oh, throwing a little bit of dirt. I love it.
maybe them two colliding and then me doing a there goes through Hamilton moment.
I did catch that on stream for you.
But I didn't have a brand new set of softs for that last SC, so I thought I'd gamble. hoping I could pull away from Jukester, but it never happened.
No. Dukester, what was your highlight of the race? But I think I already know what you're going to say.
Do I still have to say it or?
If you wouldn't mind.
No, I think 3 wide, fighting for the lead. I think towards the end was quite fun.
Yeah. To be honest, I thought he was going to say the win.
I'm happy, but yeah, you know, it's about the journey, not the finish line, not the thing. But honestly, I was surprised Super Striker didn't stop. I also didn't have fresh softs, but I figured they'd be fresher than the tires I was on already, so
I mean, I
felt
think
like it was
mine
good.
were on. I think mine were on 16% when you guys pitted, so I thought I'd gamble.
Yeah, I didn't have new softs,
Albie had a
but I just felt.
3-second. As long I knew you was going to overtake me, but as long as I could stick with your back end, I wasn't worried.
Right.
Which
That's
saved me.
what a
I was
very
just
good race
thankful you were
from all
behind
three
me,
of
to
you.
be fair.
But that is where I'm going to end the stream. This has been Tier 1 at CDR. This has been Great Britain. And I have been Silent Ninja. See you again soon.
GG's, guys.